If we're talking about neighborhoods, for me, we have to take care of this blight. We talked about the housing shortage that we have. There's a housing shortage on the active market. But as far as Toledo is concerned, we have hundreds of abandoned, blighted properties. So if we're talking about development in our neighborhoods, we need to put together some type of program that can empower local developers to renovate these properties for owner occupancy, and whether that's through receivership, whether that's through partnerships with the land bank, or whatever collaborations need to happen, we need to explore that as far as development in our local neighborhoods, as well as how can we support the organizations that are already doing the work in these neighborhoods.
One thing that we see often is that you may have an out-of-town developer that is involved in projects, and so it can be a little bit difficult to maybe hold that developer accountable. How would Toledo City Council hold developers accountable if it were to expand with having them develop these neighborhoods?
Certainly, and again, I would look to see what other local municipalities are doing to hold those out-of-state landlords accountable. Being in real estate, when we talk about small business is the biggest business in Toledo, but when you look at the type of small business, housing providers, landlords are the biggest small business in Toledo. So I'm not anti. I do think there needs to be accountability for those that do not provide safe housing. The ones that are not being an asset to their neighborhoods, they need to be held accountable. And so I know that there's a rental registry. I know that there's a lead-based program trying to eradicate lead-based paint from neighborhoods. I do believe that that's necessary, because in any business, we need to be putting the people that patronize our business in a better position. And if you're providing housing that's not safe, that's taken away from the health, taken away from the mental function, the cognitive function of your customers, your tenants, you shouldn't be in business. For me, when it comes to out-of-state investors, are they providing safe, stable housing? And if they're not, they need to be held accountable.
One thing we often see as part of efforts to address neighborhood blight is maybe tearing down abandoned buildings and obviously developing something else on that site, or just leaving the vacant lot. In some cases, there are homes that are salvageable. And so should the city consider maybe not exactly taking the immediate approach of demolishing homes and maybe seeing what can be repaired and be salvaged?
Yes, I am in the school of thought that it's much cheaper to renovate a property than it is to try to build something from the ground up. And we see a lot of properties get demolished and it's a vacant lot for decades. And so I'm in a school of thought that there should be some type of rubric to see if these homes are salvageable. I've seen brick homes with solid foundations on a demolition list. It's brick. It's a solid foundation. Put a roof on it. Put some drywall. Switch the electricity, plumbing. You have a house that someone can own and build a net worth, build equity and appreciation with. From my perspective, there should be some type of program in place to see what's salvageable and then empower our local developers to renovate those properties. Again, supporting our small businesses in Toledo, our local real estate developers to renovate these properties. And when we're talking about local developers, we're talking about individuals that take these properties and they fix them up. And that's an opportunity. When we go back to our youth, we talk about apprenticeship, we talk about mentorship. That's an opportunity to get some of the youth that are interested in picking up a trade, that are interested in real estate, to get exposed. And renovation over demolition all day. I do know that demolition is necessary in some cases, but where it's not, I feel like we're missing a huge opportunity to better the life of Toledoans by just tearing down homes without discretion.
Bringing in developers